Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? It's Sunday afternoon. I'm at home today because it's so cold. I'm hanging out at home, but I just wanted to come on here, and there's a few things that I want to talk about. And you know what? One of the things that I want to talk about is last night there was a big boom that we heard here in Manila, and it was not just heard in Manila, like it boomed and it shook my whole place out. You know, guys, you know that I live in a camper, so it's easy to shake this camper. So it was scary, and when it happened, honestly, I thought that a big tree limb had fell on my camper on the roof, because that happened to me before. And recently, like a lot of you may know this, and it went all the way through my ceiling of my camper, and like it was a pretty scary thing that happened. And I got it all patched up now, but it did some damage to my camper, and it was scary. And so when this happened last night, I actually thought that's what happened, and so I had to like get my glasses on because I can't see at night without my glasses, and I had to get my glasses on, and I had to like get the flashlight, and then went outside and I looked, and there wasn't anything that was on my roof, and I was like, well, thank God. But then I came back inside, and I was like, okay, so I don't know what that sound was, right? Like, I'm talking like it was a major sound, and so I was like, well, I don't know what that was. So anyway, like a little later, I was on my Facebook page, and there was people posting about it that they heard it too, and I'm like, oh, so it wasn't just you. Like, this is a deal. So the deal about this sound is, I don't know what it was, and people don't know what it is. They're saying they don't know what it is. Like, it did show up on the seismograph. It was big enough, whatever it was, that it showed up on the earthquake seismograph that we have here, because I live in Manila, Arkansas, which is I live right on the New Madrid fault line. And so it did show up on the seismograph, but they're saying it wasn't an earthquake. But whatever it was big enough that it was on the seismograph. It's there. There's like a picture of it. Like if you go to Siri, which is CERI, and that's the website in Memphis, Tennessee, where they capture everything that happens around here with the fault line. Like whatever it is, and it did show up. It did show up. I mean, it was big. So, and it was felt and heard all the way to like people in Collierville, Tennessee heard it. People in Rector, Arkansas, Missouri, like Malden, Missouri, like Leesville, Caraway, Gosnell, Arkansas, like basically all around here. Like it was, whatever it was felt and heard. Whatever it was big to happen. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was, well, exactly, I wanted to go to my cards and like ask this question about what was this, right? Okay, so this happened. So what was this? So I was actually like online when this happened, and I was talking about a dream. I was getting a reading. About a dream that I had, and the dream was about a snake that appeared to me in my dream. And this isn't the first time that snakes have appeared to me in my dream. And so I just wanted to like talk about this, because this boom happened whenever I had received one reading, and I had asked a follow-up question, and I wanted to know about this snake, and I titled the snake the Woodsnake. You know, this is the year of the Woodsnake, 2025. And so I just wanted to show you guys some things and just like pull some cards, and maybe we can ascertain, like, this is my drawing that I made. This dream that I had was on January the 12th, 2025, when the snake appeared to me. And so if you can see this, like, this is, you notice that there's the snake head, and then there's the snake's belly, and on the snake's belly there is the words written Big Lake, and there's a map of Big Lake. Like, that's what I saw in my dream. That's what the snake showed me in my dream. The snake showed me that it was like the colors were teal and gold of the snake that appeared to me, and it was on like the top, it was like a wood snake, like it was like a brown pattern on the top of the snake, and then on its belly, like where this map was at, it was like teal and gold, and then the actual map of Big Lake, appeared on its side, and it had the words written Big Lake that I could read. And the snake, and like I heard this said to me in my dream. I was asking the question, I said, well, what kind of snake is this that I'm seeing? Because I've never seen that particular pattern before on a snake. And I haven't. I even researched it online, like trying to find a snake that it looked like, but I couldn't find one, because this was in the dream realm when this occurred, and this snake is a spirit snake. And so, like, it's not there. It's not there for me to see, but I did see it in my dream realm, and I remembered it, and I recorded it in a voice recording so that I wouldn't forget what it said to me. And I was asking about the patterning. And so the answer to that question was, okay, so this type of snake looks like that because of the water. And the snake, and I feel like the snake was actually communicating to me. The snake said that the water is different, and that's why the patterning on the snake is different. And so I felt like that was part of the water. It said the water system was different. And so I feel like that's part of what we're going to see coming up pretty soon, is that our water is going to be different. I think it's going to be better, and it's going to be fresher. So that's one thing that I just wanted to talk about. But while I was getting this reading online, that's whenever this big boom happened. And so the thing that came out about the snake that I saw, the snake said in the reading that it was one of my protectors. It's a spirit protector. And so I was right to think that this snake, wasn't something that could be seen in like the physical realm. It's not, like, it's a spirit animal. And so today I wanted to just ask some questions about the boom and see what is the message from the boom. I have some theories about what that is, and they're not explainable in the physical 3D realm. But a lot of things, I feel like the people that are going to watch this, I feel like you already know that a lot of things aren't explainable in the 3D realm. They're not. Like, we're going to have to, we've already started doing this. We've already started reaching beyond, like, our physical 3D realm and going into our spirit realm to, like, receive messages, because that's how our world is really made up. Like, we're entering in a new, like, era of that. And so, like, I'm just going to pull some cards. I've already, like, cleared my decks and the energy in here. And so I've already asked them the question. And so I want to know what the message is. I pulled 2 cards to begin with before I started this, before I wasn't recording. And then I realized, I was like, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, like, show you the cards. The first 2 cards that came out, I've already pulled those cards, and that's what led me to want to do this video. So the first card that came out in response, let me just tell you before I do that, I asked, what is the message of the boom? What do we need to know about the boom that occurred in Manila, Arkansas
on January the 18th, approximately around 6:15 p.m. What do we need to know about that boom? What is the message for that boom? What is some additional information? And so the first card that came out, and this is from my Egyptian deck, and this is Sekhmet came out. This is Sekhmet came out. And then the other card that came out is Assyrian Star. And so the first card, Sekhmet, she's a lioness goddess being. And so it says change and healing. So the boom is related to change and healing, which is happening. I do believe we've moved forward into a new timeline. And so the boom was associated with that. Because, let me just throw this out there. First, let me show you this card. Okay, this is the Syrian star, and it says star blessings. This is a guide. This is a guide from Sirius that appeared in this reading already. So, some new guides have come through also for us during this time period, and so the boom is connected to that, because my theory is it's a rift in the time-space continuum. And when a rift occurs, that means that there is time travel going on. And so one or two things could have happened. First of all, an old timeline, which would be connected to this. An old timeline that we were on collapsed. And then the other thing is we did a quantum leap. We did a quantum leap. So, as I'm talking about this timeline collapse, the date is coming to me, January the 21st, which is the day after the inauguration. That's a very important day. And so, after the inauguration, it's a timeline collapse of the old timelines. And so, whenever that boom happened, the new timeline, we jumped and we went to our new timeline. And I also saw that in the stream that I was talking about. I had to go back and listen to my recording before I started this video. But in that dream, I had several dreams on January the 12th, okay? So, after I had the dream about the Woodsnake, then I dreamed about being in this small car. Well, I really don't think it was a car. I think like whenever you dream about cars, that's your light body. That's how you travel in the astral. And so I think it was my light body. But there were others that were with me. And we were on this like wood path. And there was this big tree. And we were going really fast on this wood path, like really high up. And so whenever we came to the tree, like the option was to go to the right or go to the left. And so whenever I got up there, and it felt like I was driving, whenever we got up there, the road to the right was blocked by this little wood barrier. And so I had to go around to the left, and I went to the left. And when I went to the left, we went really fast. And when we got around to the other side of the tree, we made it around the tree. It was precarious like thing to get around that tree. It wasn't easy. When we got around, I turned around and I said, "Is everybody okay?" Like, I felt like I had passengers. You know, like, so I feel like that was the timeline change. So, you know, it's like more than just like a political thing that's been going on. Like, everybody wants to talk politics, but really it's more like a timeline change whenever we go into an election year. And not only that, but like our ascension, everybody's ascension, everybody's on an ascension plan. You know, whether you know it or not, you may not know it, but you are. Like, it may be explained to you in different ways, but that's why we're here. Like, we are working on our souls. We're working on soul growth. And so the things that happen to us are not something that happens to us. It's something that happens for us. And so we need to remember that also. So I'm going to also pull some cards. So I got several decks here. And I'm going to ask the same question. The deck that I'm wanting to go to right now is my dream deck. It's my dream deck. And so it's called Dream Reading Cards. And so I've already shuffled. And so I'm going to ask. What do we need to know about the boom that was heard? What do we need to know about the boom? One card. Give us a dream card or an oracle card. They tried to flip over it. I'm only going to take one. What do we need to know about the boom? Okay, I've got a card right here. Okay, let me just tune in. The card is number 11. 11 is an ascension number. Okay, so let me just show you the card before I read it and tune into it. It says, where and when are you feeling discouraged or undervalued? Do you want to be part of the in crowd? And what ideal qualities would you like to adopt? So this card is called the People's Card. And I feel like this is related to the election. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. Regardless of what your political affiliation is, the people spoke. And during the election. And so we chose the new timeline that's coming up. Okay, so that's a dream card. So are you feeling discouraged or undervalued? Think about that. Where and when are you feeling that? That's what you need to work on. And so it may show up in your dreams. It may show up in your dreams. Okay, so I'm going to go to the book because I love to read. And so I'm someone who can divine meaning from reading. It's part of my gifts. And so I'm just going to tune in for just a second. Okay, so what are you dreaming about? What are you dreaming about? Do you dream about people, certain people in your life? If you do, they have an archetypal meaning. You know? This is what this says. It says, archetypal characters are universal because they represent types of people we all encounter in our lives. In dreams, they symbolize the qualities within yourself or those you associate with others. Common authority figures present themselves as king, judge, priest, teacher, boss, parent, or an older person from whom you take advice. Quite often they can be rolled into a single figure of an old wise woman or an old wise man. Watch your reaction in your dream to this character, as that will give you a clue about what your attitude is to authority in real life. Do you feel overburdened with responsibility, or are you not taking sensible advice? Perhaps you are not giving enough power to create changes. Oh, it says, how people are dressed in your dreams also reflects the way you feel about qualities they embody. Glamour and elegance indicates a wish fulfillment, whereas threadbare and ragged means you are lacking in the qualities the characters in your dream represent. Look and assess all the qualities associated with the role the person plays in your dreams. Okay, so that reminds me That reminds me of like my dream about that I had about the path that I chose, like around when I was driving the little car and I went to the left. After that, there was like a character that appeared to me, and that character was like a grandmotherly character, and she was dressed in pink, which is a sweet color, and she had ruffles around her face, like a grandmother face. And so that, what I just read about that, about how the characters are dressed, pay attention. Not only in your dreams, but in your real life. How are people dressing? What are they dressed in? Colors. Fabrics. Those are messages. Okay, so that's from the dream realm. Those are intuitive, subconscious thoughts from your dream realm. Okay, so the next deck that I want to go to is my Oracle. Let's see, is this the right one? No, wait a minute. This one is my Unicorn deck. Hold on, let me find the right one. Right here. I don't see my deck for that. Okay, here it is. I have it covered up. Hold on. It's the magic of unicorns. Alright, so I'm going to call to the unicorns. Unicorns come. We want to know, what is the message from the boom? What do we need to know about the boom that we heard in Manila, Arkansas on January the 18th, 2025? What do we need to know? What other information do we need to know about this boom from the spirit realm? What do we need to know about this boom? Come to me. One card flipped up. What do we need to know? That's too many. I'm not going to take all those. I want one card. Let me shuffle again. Alright, let's try it again. What do we need to know, unicorns, about the boom sound? What was the boom? What do we need to know about the boom? What do we need to know about the boom? Whoa, okay. They flipped out a bunch of cards, and I'm going to take... that's cool. Going to take the first one. Because it's pretty awesome. It's 44. Number 44. And is the I am present. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. Wow. What a message that is. That's amazing. So 2025 is the year of 9, and 9 is a God energy. So this is perfect. That's perfect. Thank you, unicorns. That is perfect. And if you look, do you see what's between his hooves? That's your Merkaba. To me, that's your Merkaba. That's your light body vehicle. So we're going to go to 44, and I'm going to read about this because they give really good affirmations in the book that comes with this, and I love them. And I just love reading anyway. So, well, reading is a gift, and there's all types of reading. All types of reading. Okay, so, and you notice that it said Stellar Gateway. That's your Stargate. You remember what I showed you? Like the Syrian star, the guide, right? The stars are coming through. That's your Stargate. How awesome is that? It says, congratulations. When you receive this card, it suggests that you're connecting with your monad or your I am presence or preparing to do so. It's talking about ascension, just like I said earlier. Wow. It says your ascension path commences when you anchor and activate your 12 fifth dimensional chakras. Working with your unicorn accelerates your journey, so first ask it to illuminate your Earth Star chakra beneath your feet. And guys, you can vibrate your Earth Star chakra with toning. And I am a scalar toning person, and I happen to know what that is. And this is your Earth Star chakra toning. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in with me. Feel that it's beneath your feet. I just vibrated your Earth Star chakra. I did. It says, then be aware of its pure light moving up through your base, sacral, navel, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, causal, and soul star chakras before igniting the golden orange chalice of your stellar gateway above your head. Okay, so look, guys, if you notice, Sekhmet, what does she have on top of her head? She has an orange ball. She has an orange ball. I feel like that's the stellar gateway. The stellar gateway that she's showing us. Okay, so it says that your stellar gateway is in the charge of Archangel Metatron and is your link to your I Am presence, your original divine spark from source. It is directly connected to Nigella, the ascended aspect of Mars, which is the cosmic stellar gateway chakra, carrying peaceful, spiritual, warrior energy. We're going to see some peace. We're going to see some peace coming up. It says, when you tune into it, your unicorn brings you a download of peace and courage. It says, the most potent I am affirmation of all, I am, that I am, enables you to embrace for a fraction of a second the light of your monad. So our affirmation is, I am that I am. That's in the Bible a lot. If you read the Bible. I am that I am. I am that I am. Let's say it one more time. I am that I am. Okay, so that's what the unicorns had to say. All right. Now, I want to go to my tarot deck. I want to go to my tarot deck. And I'm going to ask the same question. What else do we need to know? They're throwing cards out at me already. She just tried to flip out. Okay. What do I need to know about the boom? What else do we need to know about the boom? What else do we need to know about the boom? So, what happened with the boom, I'm feeling, is that there's a lot of activations that's going to happen in this area where I live at that heard the boom. You're going to have a lot of activations and your chakras are going to open up. So be aware. Mine opened up a long time ago. A long time ago. And so, if any of you have any questions about your chakras, your energy chakras, you can, like always, just contact me. And maybe I can, like, give you some information if you're interested. But all of your chakras are going to open up. And they're going to open up all the way through your stellar gateway. That's pretty cool. All right, so also it's going to happen on Tuesday the 21st because it said the 12 ascension gateways. And the 12, if you take 21, right? If you take 21 and you add up 2 plus 1, that's 3. And if you take up And if you take 12 and you add up 12, it's 1 plus 2, which is 3. And so 3, it's just the same. The 21st, the 21 is a 3. And 12 is a 3. So it's the same thing. So it's going to happen on the 21st. Alright, so we want to know. We want to know. What else do we need to know? No, they want me to ask a different question about this. Alright, so I'm going to ask a yes or no question. I'm going to ask, was this a rift in the time-space continuum? Let me change that. Okay, cards. Let's change this. Was this a rift in the time-space continuum? Was the boom a rift in the time-space continuum? Was the boom a rift in the time-space continuum? You see the cards fly out? Was the boom a rift in the time-space continuum? Let me shuffle, because they're falling out. There's a lot of energy connected to this when that happens. So I'm going to shuffle one more time. I'm going to ask this question again. Was the boom a rift in the time-space continuum, cards? All those guides that are assisting me in my collective, fill out. First card that come out. Okay, so the first card that come out was a yes. It's the Page of Wands. It's the messenger. Okay, so let me tune in just a second. I see this is another card. I'm going to show you that card in just a second. I'm going to deal with this one card at a time. Okay, so this is Aries energy. And it's Mars. I love it when this happens. It's Aries and Mars. Was I not just talking about the ascendant aspect of Mars? Najole? I don't even know how you say that. That's how the redneck Felicia says it. Anyway. Mars is the god of fire. And the answer to that is yes. It was a rift. Okay, so it says discovery. There's some keywords. I love these cards because they have keywords. Also, it is the solar plexus. If you notice, the chakra is the solar plexus. I love the energy that shows up. I can see it in this recording. Look at it. It's moving on the card. I hope you guys can see it. Look, even his legs are orange. Yep. All right, so it says discovery. The keywords to this are discovery, enthusiasm, naive, inspiration, ideas, limitless potential, free spirit, outgoing, childlike, cheerfulness, creative confidence. It says, the affirmation, I've got my eye on my goals and I'm enjoying every moment. I love this hat that's on him. Remember it said about how people are dressed, right? He's dressed in yellow. Yellow is a happy color. Yeah, I like that. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. There's mountains in the background, it looks like. Maybe there's sand dunes. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. Page of Wands, fire energy, which is Mars. Alright, so the other thing that came out, let me just tune into this card. Hold on just a second. Okay, the other card that came out was The Four of Pentacles. All right, so this card came out reversed. Okay, and so I'm gonna look. Hang on just a second. Let me tune in. That's Capricorn energy. Okay, it's a Capricorn, like it's the Earth. Capricorn, and there's some things that are on here that I want to talk about, though, that I think is the end of Capricorn and Saturn. It is a Saturn. Saturn's in conjunction right now. I think Saturn's in conjunction, I can't remember, with Saturn. I can't remember. Saturn's really big right now. Maybe it'll come to me in a moment. But, so it says, I think that the timeline change was this. I think this is ending. Greed, materialism, possessiveness, overspending. Greed is mentioned twice. Greed is twice in the keyword. Self-protection, release of the past, giving up control, generosity, and acceptance. That's some keywords. All right. So, okay. So it says, holding on too tight can keep you right where you are and stop you moving forward. So I think that this card, I'm going to show you like this card. I think this represents an end to this. I think this represents, the new timeline represents this holding on too tight, this control that you've been doing, you know, with like the social media and like, you know, putting people in Facebook jail and and all that BS that's been happening. I think this card represents that. It's like the earthly version of it. The earthly version of it. And that's what I think that it represents. And the 4, I think that it's Saturn. I think that's going to be a reversal of that. And I think our new timeline is here. And the answer was yes, it was a rift of time-space continuum. The boom. We're going to move into a time of discovery of where a lot of things that we didn't even think, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, like we didn't even think that was possible. And it's possible now. Okay, so I have another deck, which is another unicorn deck, and I want to like ask them to give us like a closing card. What else do we need to know about the boom, unicorns? Give us one card. What is the closing message of the boom that happened? What is the closing message of the boom that happened? What is the closing message of the boom? Come, unicorns, come. I just saw a card that was like growth. Like I think, and another card that said nature. And so I think that we're going to see some growth in like our nature, like the way that we respect nature. All right, so one card, one closing card, unicorns. What's our closing final message on the boom? Closing final message. I actually saw this card too. It's pretty cool. Wow, my TC. I love this card. Show it to you, then I'm going to talk about it. Wow. I'm excited. I'm emotional when I read it. Wow. Look at the fairies, y'all. And stardust. Did you guys see it? There was an orb. Did you guys see that? Like when I was holding that card up, it flew in front of my card. Wow. They're here. Never be ashamed of your emotions. It flew in front of my card. It was cool. Okay, it says, magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles and magic surrounds you. What a beautiful closing message. Magic. Believe in it, y'all. You're the magic. You create your reality. You create it with your thoughts, everybody. And your dreams. When you dream, and that means you can dream during the day. Don't be afraid to daydream. Daydream. Let your mind daydream, everybody. Let it loose. Let it loose from the ties that bind you. That bind us. Let's loosen them by allowing ourselves to daydream. Not just at night. Everybody, the message is daydream also. You have the power. You have the power. It's been yours all along. Don't forget, take it back. If you've given your power away, take your power back. You're not a victim. Remember, you're not a victim. You are magic. You are magic. And you are energy. That's right. Remember that. You're a magic. It surrounds you. Believe, everybody. Believe in the magic. That's how we create our reality. Believe in yourself. You don't need saviors. You have the ability within yourself to save yourself and to heal yourself. All you have to do is tap into that and to believe it. Don't give your power outside of yourself. Don't give it away. You're not a victim. Say that again. I am not a victim. I'm powerful. I can do magic. I am that I am. My mama said that all the time, Patricia. Thank you, Mama. I am that I am. Remember, I am magic. I am magic. Have a good day, everybody.